students, today we'll start with part 2, diseases which are caused by the different species of rickettsia and spirochetes. And in that we will start with the diseases caused by different species of rickettsia and spirochetes. We'll study about the each disease in detail. Okay, then we will see the first species, Rickettsia prowazekii. So scientific classification of this particular bacteria, it belongs to kingdom Bacteria, phylum Proteobacteria, class Alpha Proteobacteria, order Rickettsiales, family Rickettsiaceae, genus Rickettsia, species Rickettsia prowazekii. Okay, so the discoverer of this particular species is given here with the name and the year. Epidemic typhus is a disease which is caused by this particular bacteria. Rickettsia prowazekii is a gram-negative bacteria. In the last part I told you the difference between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria is the one which is having a thick peptidoglycan layer and it does not have a lipid membrane, outer lipid membrane. So ಅದೇ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪೆಪ್ಟಿಡೋಗ್ಲೈಕನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಥಿನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಔಟರ್ ಲಿಪಿಡ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. So it is a gram negative bacteria having alpha proteobacteria, having alpha proteins, okay, and obligate intracellular parasite, aerobic, it is also aerobic and having a bacillus rod shaped bacteria. Then it is etiologic agent of epidemic typhus. Etiologic agent means disease causing agent. It is transmitted through the fecus of the lice. Head louse in the fecus in the transmit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. In North America, the main reservoir of Rickettsia prowazekii is a flying squirrel. Okay, then morphology. It is often surrounded by a protein microcapsular layer and a slime layer. Okay, I've told you in detail about this particular structure in the last part also, and this is a layer and this is the cell, eukaryotic cell, and this is the nucleus of a cell, and these are the different bacteria. Then host. The natural life cycle of the bacteria generally involves a vertebrate and an invertebrate host. So invertebrate host it usually prefers the arthropod and typically the human body louse. Then transmission. So this is transmitted between people by the human body louse. Okay, and person to person transmission does not seem to occur when lice is absent. Lice become infected when they feed on the blood of an infected person and excrete. And prevention. Epidemic typhus. Okay, what is epidemic? Epidemic means occurring in a for a large area, widespread occurrence of an infectious disease in a community at a particular time. That is epidemic. Okay, it can be prevented by avoiding human lice. So breathing removes lice from the body, and insecticide treatment may also be recommended. Okay, you can also use the insecticides, okay, to remove this. And then lice on clothing. If cloths mele idre, you can kill it by laundering at 50 degree centigrade Celsius or 122 degree Fahrenheit. Close contact with these people should be avoided. There are no commercial vaccines for epidemic typhus. Okay. Treatment. Vaccines were developed in the 1940s and are highly effective in reducing typhus deaths among US soldiers during World War II. Treatment with tetracycline antibiotics. Okay, it is one of the most used and it is successful antibiotic. Then primary treatment of epidemic typhus is doxycycline. Okay, and 100 mg is taken twice daily until the patient improves and has been afebrile for 24 to 48 hours. Okay, primary treatment ನಿಮಗೆ doxycycline ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is 100 mg is taken twice daily and until the patient improves and has been afebrile. Okay, ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 24 to 48 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ it will be afebrile means having no fever. Okay, Then next, chloramphenicol. It is the total duration of the treatment is typically between 7 to 10 days. Chloramphenicol is 500 mg daily, which is taken orally ಅಥವಾ intravenous ಕೊಡಬಹುದು 4 times daily for 7 to 10 days. Okay, it is an alternative treatment. Then next species is Borrelia recurrentus, and the scientific classification of this is domain is bacteria, phylum is Spirochaetes, order Spirocatales, family Spirocatiaceae, genus Borrelia, and species is Borrelia recurrentus. So it causes a disease called as rasping fever. Borrelia recurrentus is a spirochete bacterium, okay, and it is associated with rasping fever. Morphology: these are helical, okay, helix structure, 8 to 30 micrometer long and 0.2 to 0.5 micrometer in diameter. These are motile and have 8 to 30 flagella. It is notable for its ability to alter the proteins expressed on its surface, which causes the rasping fever. This is the structure, which you can see the outer sheath. I have explained in the last part also. And this is periplasmic flagellum and peptidoglycan layer of cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane and cytoplasm. Transmission: this is usually transmitted from person to person through the human body louse. The pathogen transmitted by the body louse pediculus humanis corporis. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it is common among persons living in impoverished, overcrowded and unhygienic condition. So this is transmitted from human to human through the body louse. Okay, and feeding of an infected human, the body louse will ingest Borrelia. Okay, infected persons ge feed ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ louse, what it will do is it will ingest the infected this one, and when the louse is crushed, okay, when it will crush the infected hemosin, okay, the blood of this particular louse will release onto the human skin. Okay, human skin mele beelute, and then it may penetrate into the mucosa and skin. The transmission invokes the death of the louse. Hence, an individual louse can only infect one person. One louse one person ಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, then symptoms. The symptoms are associated with circulation of bacteria in the blood. Okay, so symptoms blood ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸು ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸು ಡಿಫರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮೇ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಹೈ ಫೀವರ್, ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆಲೈಸ್. Okay, what is malaise? It is a general feeling of discomfort. Okay, illness whose exact cause is difficult to identify. Then high fever, then chills and sweats, headache, meningism. What is meningism? It is a clinical syndrome of headache, neck stiffness and photophobia, okay, which is caused by swelling of meninges of brain and spinal cord. Okay, then headache. Myalgia is a muscle pain and arthralgia is a joint pain. Okay, and then non-specific gastrointestinal symptoms also occurs. You can see like nausea and vomiting. Okay, then mucocutaneous symptoms include, so what is mucocutaneous anta helidre? So it involves skin as well as the mucous membrane. Okay, it includes conjunctiva infection, then scattered petechia and erythematosus rashes. Okay, What is conjunctiva? It is the conjunctiva is a part of a eye. Idrad infection ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And then scattered petechia. What is petechia ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is tiny purple red brown spots on the skin. Then and erythematous rash, it is skin redness. It may be for one part agbodu ಅಥವಾ all over the body. And then cardio respiratory symptoms, so cardio involving heart and lungs. So example for this is tachycardia. What is tachycardia? It is a rapid heartbeat. Okay, ಇದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. And mild tachypnea. Okay, so what is tachypnea? It is abnormally rapid breathing. Okay, non-productive cough. Next is splenic rupture ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. Okay, hepatomegaly is abnormal enlargement of liver, and splenomegaly is abnormal enlargement of spleen. Okay, and then splenic rupture ಕೂಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Neurological and ocular complications can occur. So nervous system complications ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So it is meningoencephalitis. Again the same thing, damage. It is the inflammation of the brain surrounding tissues as well because of the infection. And then meningitis, I told you what is. Then neuropathy. What is neuropathy? It is also called as peripheral neuropathy or peripheral neuritis. It is weakness, numbness and pain from nerve damage. Okay, usually ನಿಮಗೆ feet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ hands ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then cranial nerve palsy. So cranial nerve palsy, it is a decrease or loss of function of cranial nerves. Okay, then iritis, it is the infection or the inflammation of the iris of an eye. And ophthalmitis, okay, it is inflammation of eye. Then hemorrhage agate, it is internal bleeding may also occur, and blood tinged sputum will be there. Then diagnosis, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಸ್ಟೇನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಲ್ಯೂಕೋಸೈಟ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫನ್ ಲೋ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರಾಂಬೋಸೈಟೋಪೇನಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಲೋ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ನೋಸಿಸ್. ಪ್ರಿವೆನ್ಷನ್, ಅವಾಯ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಲೈಸ್, ಓವರ್ ಕ್ರೌಡಿಂಗ್, ಪುವರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೈಜೀನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ control and personal protection. Discarding infected cloths is an effective way. Okay, and then if this is not possible, cloths should be washed at 60 degrees Celsius or above. Okay na? Then dusting powder is also there. So case management, a single dose of antibiotic is effective in the majority of cases of louse bond rasping fever. Okay, antibiotics of choice are tetracycline, penicillin, erythromycin and chloramphenicol. And the next species is Treponema pallidum. Domain bacteria, phylum Spirochaetus, order Spirocatales, family Spirochaetaceae, genus Treponema, and species is Pallidum. Pallidum is the causative organism of syphilis. It is one of the sexually transmitted disease. It is a motile spirochete. It is spirochete bacteria. It is generally acquired by the close sexual contact and which enters host tissue, okay, through squamous ಅಥವಾ columnar epithelium ಇಂದ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಕರ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಸರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ ಜೆನೈಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೂನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್. Progression to secondary and tertiary syphilis is marked by maculopapular rashes. Refers to simple rash ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and then you will have a deep rashes. Okay, raised bumps ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, and then eventual with central nervous system involvement. Okay, it is a non-venereal treponemal disease include disfiguring yaws ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, and this is the structure of treponema. Structure and biology, it a helical irutte, and then this is the size of that, and outer membrane will be there, and you have periplasmic flagella, peptidoglycan, cytoplasmic membrane complex ella irutte. Here this is the diagram and this is the structure. This is also a structure. Then Pathogenesis. Okay, pathogenesis is the manner of the development of a disease. These are highly invasive pathogens which often disseminate soon after inoculation. Okay, and invasion of host immune response appears due to the unique structure of the trypanosomal outer membrane. Okay, ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ infestation ಆಗೋದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This lack lipopolysaccharide, they possess abundant lipoproteins. Okay, then ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಟು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಿಂಪೋನಿಮಲ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹ್ಯೂಮರಲ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲಿಂಫಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬೈ ಫಾಗೋಸೈಟೋಸಿಸ್. Phagocytosis, the process of cell eating which is done by macrophages. Okay, then epidemiology. It is the humans are the only source of trypanosomal infection. So infectivity rates correspond to the most sexually active age groups and adaptation of penicillin. Okay, this is the mainstay for cephalotherapy. Okay na? And then diagnosis is finding the trypanosomes lesions and positive serology. Then transmitted during blood transfusion. Okay, 9 out of 10 cases of syphilis transmission occur during ಇದು ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆನೇರಿಯಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನೇರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ನಾನ್ ವೆನೇರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್. Penicillin treatment eradicates all the stages including congenital infection. Okay, so with this I will be stopping today's class.